It's time for a review!
Alrighty, it's time for a review. Hello, everybody, coming by this review of Kingdom Hearts 3. Thank you for coming by the channel. If you're watching this review on YouTube, click like, comment, subscribe. If you watch on Twitch, follow, leave a comment there. What do you think about this game? What's your thoughts on it? And also in comparison to the old games, let me know. I stream live Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays on Twitch. I like to do playthroughs, and I do a review for every day I play the game, because your review, your thoughts, everything might change over time that you're playing it. So on day 1 compared to day 3, your opinion might change, and also you get to experience more of the game, which is something I'll talk about in this game here. In some way, shape, or form, that, you can't just go by a review of just like a few hours. You gotta do it over time. Alright, so for this game, also, if you watch it live, feel free to say your thoughts of this game, what you thought of what you saw today in the live playthrough, in the chat there, and it'll pop up live. But keep it clean, if you would. Oh, gosh. Alright, so Kingdom Hearts 3. I haven't played any of the Kingdom Hearts before this, so if you're watching this review and you're wanting this review to be from, like, a knowledged person of the game over time, that wouldn't be me. I apologize, but I will do my review as a complete noob to this game, to this franchise, to this style of game, and honestly, I am so pleasantly surprised. It is unbelievable. This is absolutely a AAA title done in such a great and smooth way. The game doesn't feel wonky at all, even though it's a very different way of fighting, being as a mixture of RPG kind of using abilities or attacking. Like in an RPG, in a turn-based RPG, you have the choice to either physically attack, usually, or use your magic abilities, which you have in this game, as you can see, with, your regular attacks here, or if you go down to magic, and boom, you've got a magic ability. But then even in magic, you have things like cure, and then I can heal and do that, but it's, since, like, the way they do it is so well that, like, you end up getting really good at, like, getting to your abilities. Like, I've gotten really quick at hitting, like, down, like, boom, and I can get to my water if I need it, so down A, boom, so down A, then cure, so you're learning the way to get to your magic abilities, almost like a combo in a fighting game would be in, like, Street Fighter or something like that, so to get to the things. You try and do that while in the midst of fighting a battle. Like, you see this game, and you think it's just a children's game in some aspect, which is why, like, I probably didn't play some of the other Kingdom Hearts, because there was a period where I was, like, playing MMOs, I was playing Call of Duty, I was playing Halo, I was playing games that, like, I felt like, because I was more grown up, blah, 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 but this is absolutely a complex game, especially in the way the fighting's done, that is just so shocking. And then, like I said, too, with it being like an RPG, turn-based RPG, you do have your magic points, your focus points, your health points there that you can see at the bottom right of the screen. And the way magic points work is you use them up, but then it refills. Same thing with focus. You eventually, will pick up focus, the little glob things, and refill it, and then be able to use it. So you have, like, movement abilities like this. Sometimes it can lock on to something and you can teleport to that spot, or you can use this as an attack. Like, it'll lock on to a target, and once you get up to, like, the max amount of lock-ons you could get, now you're using an almost magic style ability, on a target with this targeting reticle. Or, like I was showing with the magic, you could be using just regular magic on things, and the graphics are all smooth. Like, it is all, like, the textures, the water, like, when you see water, it's so vibrant, It looks like water. Like, watch this water here. Like, there's some high definition water there. Like, shocking. You know, you think it's just some Disney game. Like, it's going to be like a sham, almost like all the movie games that ever come out. Like, hey, Jurassic Park came out in theaters. Play the Jurassic Park game. Like, usually it's going to be a piece of poop. You know, made by a company that's just pushing out a game as a cash grab to go along with some movie. You know, whereas this, they took the characters, you know, from the different movies, the different stories and everything, like we experienced, I'm going to try not to say all the characters and stuff, but, you know, we did experience Hercules, you know, for those who maybe haven't played any Kingdom Hearts. I try not to do spoilers as much as possible, you know, but, you know, as you can see, Goofy here and Donald Duck, you know. So they take these characters, and the way it's melded into this world is just that they just all exist. You know, maybe in the earlier games they came up with more reasoning as to how just all these Disney characters exist, but in this they just all exist, and the way it's done is just perfectly fine, because the game that's underlying this randomness of like, how's Goofy, Donald Duck, and then this Sora person, and, you know, the people from Hercules, how are they all in this game? You know, but the game underneath it is just so good that you almost don't care. You don't need to care. You know, it doesn't bother me at all. You know, I'm just like, all right, no, that's just a character. There's just a character in this video game. You know, so like I was saying, with the game underlying it being so good, with it having these RPG aspects, with it having this fluid fighting system, you know, and it even has, like, when you attack, you see how he is moving forward a little bit, but the movements are just so smooth with, like, jumping, dashing, you know, staying in the air. It has this really forgiving, you know, like, you're fighting these really, really large monsters, but it doesn't make you have to do, like, other games that you're fighting large monsters in, where you gotta, like, jump on the hand and then climb up the arm. Like, there are some things like that in it, you know, depending on the monster you're fighting, but it really just ties in, like, the way when you're fighting, you know, if you're locked onto something, automatically your attack kind of like rubber bands you over to the target. So it wants you to be fighting. It wants you to get into the fight, you know, but also you can dodge. You do have dodges, you know, when you're jumping around and stuff. I could talk to Goofy there. You know, so it's really smooth for, like I said, a game that's shocking because it is a Disney game, you know, kind of making almost a better game than a lot of RPGs, you know, like, it's great. And the story so far, I'm absolutely enthralled. Like, since I haven't played any of the other Kingdom Hearts, there is a little video you can watch that very briefly goes over everything that happened in the other Kingdom Hearts games. Very confusing. It seems like I've been talking to some people about, like, the older games, and it does seem like the games were kind of like releasing, and the company was probably maybe struggling over the years to figure out a course to go, and kind of had to get it all together and everything. So I think with that, it did kind of seem pretty confusing. I mean, you do have a lot of characters, you know. It's like this person, you know, I don't want to do spoilers and stuff, you know, so I'll leave it out. But it's just a little bit confusing. So I tried to watch that. So if you are a new player, you can watch that and get, I feel, a good enough idea to at least be playing this game and being enthralled, without feeling like I have no clue what's going on. I don't care about the characters. Like, I feel like the story is explaining itself over time, you know, so I'm able to enjoy it unfolding like I would a normal game that I already know kind of what's going on with, or a new game that I'm starting from scratch. So even with that, you know, really good. You know, so the underlying game is great. The combat system's pretty great. The exploration's pretty good. I mean, the world is very... It's not maze-like, but there is a lot to explore, and going from the first area to now the second area, I could tell a lot of these zones are very, very different from each other, and the game's getting more and more explorative as it goes. The town we were just in previously, very, very neat little kind of almost like a lull spot where you get to just go around, enjoy the game, explore at your will. I'm exploring as I will. I end up going into like a sewer, and then the sewer led to this spot, which was the next part in the story, So I accidentally progressed the game without even realizing. I was just exploring, So that there is an aspect of that. I do, when I play these games, I always do have a little bit of a stress part where I'm kind of like, oh man, like I hope I don't miss something. Like I am kind of like that type of gamer that does like to explore and unlock as much as I can, but I do like to finish games, so I don't like to take like 400 hours to finish a game. I'm not really a 100% completion gamer, but I really like the stories in games, and I like experiencing it. So, and especially with being on the channel, only streaming 3 days a week, there's so many games that are coming out. I want to get to the end of games, not faster than needed. I want to savor it. I want to enjoy it, but I do want to get to the end, because there are other games coming out that I want to play and review without taking like a whole month to finish one game, So I am playing through. I'm not trying to rush, but that was kind of a shock. Like I do still feel like, oh man, I kind of want to go back to that spot, and kind of check it out. But I do think I can from here. Let me see. Okay, return to the world map. I don't want to click that. I don't know what that is. Move to another save point. Okay. So if you have other save points, you can go to them. I've been trying to save my progress. It says it automatically saves, but I don't know. I don't trust that most of the time. I like to also save. If there's a save spot, I'm saving at it. Guaranteed. Because usually when there's a save spot, something's about to go down after that. Or something's about to happen that you might want to restart from this point. So, like, I save. So really, it's just, when I think about cost, I bought the deluxe edition, as you can see here. I'm pretty happy with my purchase so far. To be honest with you, I don't even know really what came with this edition, other than it came with like a little pin, which is kind of cool. It came with also a little booklet, a steelbook case, and then it came with this little pin here. I don't know if you can see that. It's a metal pin, so, it's got nice quality to it. And then it came with these two things here. So you get a little steel case for the game, which is pretty nice. Not bad. And then you get this little booklet here. And it's got like all the artwork and stuff in it, and different characters, different weapons, different keyblades. Got a little bit of a timeline for the story and stuff. So you got a lot of stuff there. One thing I thought was funny, though, usually when you get a game that has steel book in it, it has the game in it. Now, granted, this doesn't have the game in it, not just because the game's in the console right now, but actually because it actually came with the green case game as well. So this came extra. So there was no game in this when I opened up the box. There actually is the green case game over there, which I thought was a little bit weird. Not gonna lie. Like all that sitting in this box here, came in this paper box. I thought that was a little, usually, I guess they just didn't want to have to differentiate between the two. Just send them all out together, I mean, really, what's the cost of the plastic case, Probably like a penny or something, So I guess that's why that was. I mean, there's really nothing different on the disc. It's just items you're getting with Digital Deluxe, really. And as like a collector, I figured I'd pick it up. I still have this thing called Gamers Clubs, so I get 20% off at Best Buy for physical title games. So yeah, might as well. You might as well, enjoy it while I got it. But really, so cost-wise, what I've experienced so far, the other thing I want to say also as to why I do reviews multiple days is, while I was playing the game, I went through the first area with Hercules, and that's all I'll say about that part. But then I went into a spaceship, and I'm flying around just space, pretty much. And it's almost like No Man's Sky is so explorative, like, there's all these items, it's like a whole secondary game there with this little spaceship, and it has these little mini games that are almost like Galaga. Like, it's so wild how much has been put into this game. This game is absolutely, in my opinion, so far, absolutely worth $60. You are getting a game. You are getting a full story game. You're getting a game that you're going to enjoy definitely playing through once, maybe twice. I think if you're playing through it, taking your time, trying to explore and experience as much as you can, this game is going to definitely take a long, long time if you're playing that way. And then you have different hard levels of playing it. It's a pleasant surprise, and I think so far of 2019, best game of the year so far. I think this will definitely be turning a lot of heads, and I wouldn't be surprised if, this wins some awards, by the time it's award season for 2019. It is a really good game, really well done, and for something that, like, when I was going into it, I mean, everyone I talked to that's played the old ones, they either love Kingdom Hearts or they hated Kingdom Hearts. Well, I never met someone who was, like, in the middle, like, I can live with it, I can live without it, People either loved it or hated it, and everyone that loves it is like, get ready to cry. So I'm not looking forward to that. Apparently this game is crazy emotional. So far, I only see build-up, but I'm not ready. I'm not ready. That's all I know. So not looking forward to it. Really think about getting one. I haven't been into Quest games as of late, but like what I saw. See, we got Biddy in on it. Golly, you should. It's going to be great. And chicken is cooked, y'all. But yeah, so I think that's all I could say for day one of the review. Yeah. That covers everything. I mean, the amount of games you're getting in this. I mean, the spaceship, flying around portion was such a pleasant surprise. And I absolutely love the mini game. I mean, it's pretty much like Galaga. And it's so much fun. So for me, like, that was just like, man, they hit my spot right there. Just came back and heard I'm not ready for the emotional part, Sinful. Everyone keeps telling me about all this emotional stuff. I'm not ready for the emotional stuff. Feel free, though, if you're watching live, say your thoughts on this game in the chat there if you want, while I finish up. I really think that's it. I think it covers everything for day one. I'm looking forward to day two, so check out that video if you watch on YouTube or Twitch or whatnot. You're not ready to, golly. I don't know. I don't know how I'll handle it. Golly. But alright, though, y'all. If you're watching this on YouTube, click like, comment, subscribe. If you're watching on Twitch, follow, comment, or subscribe there too. You can. I mean, it's up to you. yeah, gotta get. I don't have any tissues. No, I'm not ready. Definitely like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you think about this game. Let me know about what you think about it compared to the old games. Because since I haven't played the old ones, I can't really say for sure if all combat and everything is the same and all that jazz. But let me know in the comment sections and whatnot. And maybe I'll see you on day two of the review. Golly gosh.
Maybe I'll see you on day two. Do, 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 do.
Bye, everybody.